Yes, I am at a hospital, but it's not for me this time, I promise. We were at dinner with the family and my father started having trouble breathing and it was more than normal for him. So I was like, something's not right. And with that, I was like, Dad, I think you need to go to the hospital. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Yeah, emergency room. Not for me though. As you can tell, it is at night, and yes, I am at a hospital, but it's not for me this time, I promise. We were at dinner with the family and my father started having trouble breathing and it was more than normal for him. So I was like, something's not right. And with that, I was like, Dad, I think you need to go to the hospital. He's like, no, I'll be fine. So after dinner, I went to his house and I was like, hey Dad, let me listen to your lungs. So I listened. I couldn't hear anything in his lungs. And I have a special stethoscope for that. And then his heart rate was up. So I was like, Dad, I think we should go to the hospital. So he's like, okay, I'll go. Yep, he's here. He's admitted for the night. Heart's okay. There's a little bit of heart failure, which is congestive heart failure, so it's more lung-centric versus heart-centric. So he's good. He's admitted. It's a late night, but so far that's been Thanksgiving. But at least we all had dinner, so that was a plus. And now it's just going from there. But family. Almost every time one of us ends up in the hospital at some point. Thankfully it's not me this time, so that's a plus. But I'm exhausted, so it's time for me to start heading back toward the hotel, so onward to there. Well, I'm back at the hotel, obviously. Got some quick updates, 4-minute update vlog out and posted, and I am just kind of relaxing here in the hotel room. It's been a long evening. I've spent about 4 hours in the ER with my dad, and I told you guys that he was admitted to the hospital. He should be okay, so no big worries there. Hopefully with the Lasix, they'll be able to drain some of the fluid, so that's kind of what the big problem is. For those that don't know, congestive heart failure is more lung-related and fluids-related than heart-related, so it's kind of a mixed bag of donuts there. So, yeah. But otherwise it is what it is. And this is the first time I've had my hair straightened in the vlog in a while, and since I've lost like a shit ton of weight, so I'm like digging it. I can see myself in a screen behind the camera. So special vlogging cameras, they're expensive and can have the screens come up. Some of the new point and shoot cameras can do that too, that are like half the price of the ones that are designed for vlogging. But yeah, aside from that, when I was in the ER with my dad, sitting there, you know, trying to keep him company, it's like, I was thinking retrospectively of me sitting in a hospital bed and not having company there. It's like weird that I go through it by myself a lot, and then when you actually have somebody there with you, it's, what do you talk about? So my dad and I, it's actually the longest interaction I've had with him in a while. We just talked about life, talked about movies, talked about a barge in Niagara Falls that has been in place since 1918, and then a storm over Halloween that actually dislodged the boat and knocked it over closer to the falls. So we talked about that, and talked about funny movie quotes and stuff like that, and just made the nurses and everyone laugh. So it was kind of cool. And now I see where I get my hospital demeanor from. I get it from my father, for the most part, of making the nurses laugh and making people happy when you're in the hospital, because, you know, it sucks to be there as a patient as much as it does to be there working sometimes. So if you can help brighten out someone else's day, it's kind of fun. But day started out great. We had turkey. The turkey was so moist. like really good bird, like deliciously good turkey. And the restaurant we went to is at the Hyatt, and amazing. The dessert, I had pumpkin pie, of course, traditional Thanksgiving kind of pie, and then cranberry sauce that was made with real cranberries. Deliciousness. Everything was just fantastic. But yeah, good day, even with the hospital trip involved, so I really can't complain. Thankful to be around some of the family and just enjoy my time here, and it is what it is. But it's already after 11 o'clock at night, and yes, I'm wearing an Apple Watch. I know, I switch back and forth between a real watch and the Apple Watch every once in a while. Kind of a relic. But since the tattoo is actually looking pretty good tonight, this is the extra work I've had done underneath the skull. You can kind of see where it's a little bit fresh still. And then inside, done some more rune work and some clouds. Pay no attention to the armpits. And did some more color, so there's some purple shading in there. So it actually came out really well. And I like it. So now 2 half sleeves. Yeah, I know. And then I have like a whole back piece that's gonna tie this one into this one. So life into death, that life will spread into death. So the vines will actually tie into it, meaning life is the circle of life. And it continues, that life will always be there. Yes, I know, a lot of thought into that. Don't worry. But with that, my antibiotics are still kicking my rear end. I still feel like blah. Been coughing a lot, even though I haven't on the video. So, pretty good at faking healthy. But aside from that, since it is late, I'm gonna say thank you all for watching today. I know it's kind of been boring, only a 2-section update. Life when you're trying to take care of your family instead of them taking care of you for once. But as always, thank you for watching. Have a great night, and I will see you guys tomorrow.